next guest is making his network television debut tonight. He is a very entertaining gentleman and will be appearing soon in person at the Comedy Den in Grand Rapids, Michigan on January 10th through the 12th. Please welcome the amazing Jonathan.
Thank you very much. New York. It's great. Had fun in Central Park today, boy. Teasing all the bums. Hungry, are ya? I love it. You need $1. Oh, here you go. Sorry, a lot of you probably think that's cruel. But you gotta watch those bums. I'm telling you, they're shifty. I saw one today pretending like he was blind, trying to sell his pencils. Well, I know if they're blind or not, because if I try to visually freak them out, this usually works real good. If that doesn't work, I buy one of their pencils and do this. Ah! Oh! I'm sorry you had to see that. You're saying, what if they really are blind, Jonathan? Then what do you do? Well, then, I feel kind of guilty. I give them $1. You like magic tricks? Good, I got a great magic trick. I just learned this. Somebody throw me a Bic lighter. I need a... Thank you very much. Just about fills that up, doesn't it? Now, don't feel stupid. You can see you're not alone. I gotta... Was this gentleman behind the camera here? Sir, do you have a handkerchief? Behind the... You have a handkerchief? Go like this. You have something... Okay. No, it was bugging me. It was really bugging me. I can't concentrate with that hanging there. All right? The magic hanky. Keep your eyes... You like birds? No. You're a man after my own heart. I hate them. I'm sorry you had to see that. Sometimes I do... Oh, knock it off. Come on, you're like a bunch of kids. Sometimes I do that for kids, and I have to explain to them, look, it's a real bird. Hey, remember these when you were a kid? These were great. They really have changed quite a bit. I'm kind of mad at the toy company who makes this now. Do you remember what they had around here when we were kids? Animals. Now they have careers. I'm serious. I don't think a 5-year-old should be forced into making a career decision. That's not what makes me mad. It's the realism behind this toy that they're trying to... Listen to this. Here's an example. The policeman.
The policeman says, "Please, punk, or I'll blow your damn head off."
Oh. Freeze or I'll blow your damn head off? I don't want my niece or nephew playing with this. This one shouldn't even be on here.
The gynecologist says...
No, I won't even do it. The gynecologist says... I'm sorry, I'd rather have my niece or nephew playing, maybe even just watching those stupid, mindless cartoons. Because they're not as dangerous as the toys they have nowadays. Remember this scene from my favorite cartoon? The Brick Wall. Ah! You don't see humor like that anymore. Well, I gotta wrap things up. I just had to show you this before I get going. I ate the NBC commissary today, and I found this soy sauce bucket with a nuclear warning sticker on it. And in fine print, do not place this near your head. In fine print, so that you have to get it near your head to read it. Now, I'm not saying it's very dangerous, because I've had this near my head all day, and it hasn't done a thing to me. I've even gone as far as this. Nothing. No danger whatsoever. It's just a stupid thing they decided to put on the bucket. I don't feel very good, though. Do I look pale? Thank you all very much.
We're almost out of time. Jonathan, thank you very much. Nice job. Nice to see you. Good luck in Grand Rapids. Also, my thanks to Susan Mitchell and Tracy Ullman.
Join Dave tomorrow night with actress Terry Garr and a visit to the Toy Fair.
Well, have a good night. Go to bed now. Thank you. My next guest is making his network television debut tonight. He is a very funny gentleman, and he will be in person. He will be appearing in person. He can be seen in person next week in Denver at the Comedy Works. Please welcome comedian Dennis Miller.
Thank you. Nice to be here. So I'm a comedian. That's my job. Now, jobs are funny. There are no hard, fast rules on making it to the top, but a pretty good rule of thumb is if you make it to age 35 and your job still involves wearing a name tag, you've probably made a serious vocational error somewhere along the line. Yeah. I'm married. I've been married around 9 months. I noticed subtle sexual problems creeping into the marriage. My wife's dropping little hints that everything isn't quite what she would like it to be. For instance, last night I was feeling kind of frisky. I hop into bed, and she's lying there in a shark cage, and I'm banging my snout up against the cage. She's sticking me with that prod, you know, and all the guys on the Calypso are laughing at me. I don't need that. So I'm staying out on Long Island with friends. I got up early this morning, had breakfast at the International House of Pancakes. And, you know, as soon as you walk into the place, there's that distinct worldwide feel, huh? Yeah. I was baffled by the complex international menu, so I just had the flapjack du jour, and, you know, my syrup steward helped me with the selection. I had a very dry maple, busy but never precocious. I'm driving into the show tonight. I stop at a 7-Eleven. The man in front of me orders a big gulp. Now, do I need 32 ounces of any fluid? This drink has an undertow. What, do you dock your jet ski in this thing? I mean, who do they think is that thirsty? I guess this is for the guy who walks right off the surface of the sun directly into the 7-Eleven. You know, I'm a little parched, Habib. What do you have in a depth chart size drink back then? Now they have something called a super big gulp. I can only imagine they must back a tanker truck up to your house and jam a nozzle down your throat and start irrigating you like some personalized Tennessee Valley Authority project or something. Flew in yesterday from L.A. Whenever I travel, I go by plane. I don't trust trains. I never have. Even as a young boy, I was skeptical. I remember those old movies where somebody would get on the train. Halfway through the journey, they'd reach up above the window, yank down on that cord. Yeah, you know, I don't think I ever want to be on any form of mass transit where the general public has access to the vehicle's brakes. I'd hate to find out we went off the tracks at 200 miles an hour because Gus thought he saw a woodchuck. I guess the big story in New York is Bernard Getz has finally gone to trial. The New York subway vigilante shoots 4 kids because they ask him for $5. You know, I'm not a legal expert. I don't know if this man's guilty or innocent, but I can pretty well guarantee none of his friends are going to be bumming money off him in the near future. I'd say Bernie's just a little tense, huh? You don't want to ask this cat to go Dutch. Huh? You know, I saw in the news last night, unbelievable, Walter Mondale finally resurfacing after a bad political defeat. You know, it's been a while. I don't remember the final count, but I know when I went to bed, Reagan had 598 electoral votes. Mondale had 3, which, if you think about it, is only 3 more than I had, and I didn't even run, you know. Well, thank you for bordering on applause. But, you know, this guy spent $20 million, and I almost tied him. So, that's got to hurt, huh? So Reagan's our president again. I think Reagan's a nice man, good leader. He's getting up there, though. Got to keep an eye on him. I think when a man gets to be 70, we ought to start voting on him at the end of each week. Every Sunday night, do it over the telephone like MTV, 50 cents a call. You want Reagan, you want David Lee Roth. Let the people speak. You realize at the end of this next term, Reagan will be 77 years old. 77. And he has access to the button. You know, my grandfather's 77. We won't let him use the remote control for the TV set. You've been nice.
Very funny, Dennis. Very funny. We'll be right back, folks. Dennis Miller. We're done. Dennis, thank you very much. Geez, that was very funny. Come back and see us as soon as you can. Phil, thank you. Nice to see you. You sound terrific. Good luck with everything. Please come back. Also, my thanks to Maria Conchita Alonso. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night is Medical Oddities. We have a woman who has a small intestine that counts to 10. We'll see you then. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is a very funny stand-up comedian. He is making his network television debut tonight. He appears regularly here in New York City at the Improvisation. Please welcome comedian Jonathan Katz.
Thanks. Guys having a nice time? Good. This is has not been a great day for me. I lost my hair today. My fault. My fault. I had a bad habit of flipping my head back to keep the hair out of my eyes. One time too many. I shouldn't complain. It's been a wonderful year for me, ladies and gentlemen. 1985. 3 months ago, I became a father. Thank you very much. And this is, thank you. This is has got to be the most powerful experience that a man can have, to witness the birth of your child. I had read about it. I had seen the pictures, but to be there and to see the stork penetrate the uterus is unpleasant. I had to do it. I was trained. I went through natural childbirth classes. A great place to meet chicks, by the way, if you're into the full-figured gal. You can be reasonably sure these girls put out, so I did that. I joke about childbirth. My wife, God bless her, was in labor for 32 hours. I was faithful to her the entire time. Thank you very much. I spent the day with my little girl and my 80-year-old father. I'm kind of proud I was the only one able to control their own bladder. Poor guy at the age of 80 is getting divorced. My stepmother's trying to get custody of me and my older sister. But I love being a dad. It really, it's a blessing. It's it's a blessing and a curse, I suppose. It's a blurse, but still, I think it's a more natural phenomenon than being a husband. I'm married only 2 years. I'm still going through that awkward stage where you realize your life is basically over. This is, It's true, I don't care how powerful the initial attraction, at some point the lust is replaced by this incredible longing for sleep. We're going through this now. We've read all the sex manuals. We've tried both positions. And my wife insists on turning out the lights before we make love, which does not bother me. It's the hiding that seems so cruel. There's no reason to take sides. I'll tell you what's crazy. I find the longer I'm married, the more I'm losing my single instincts. I was at a party in Hollywood last month, big show business party. This beautiful blonde starlet comes up to me. She says, my husband is away for the weekend. How about a lift home? I said, if you knew he was going to be away, you should have made travel arrangements. This scares me. I made the mistake of listening to the news here on the way here. Always a bad move if you do comedy, and I'm going to be doing some of that later. But, so depressing. Big drug bust in the news tonight. I have a theory. Criminals want to get caught. The reporter said 18 of the 20 suspects arrested are known to have organized crime ties. If they don't want to get caught, don't wear the ties. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Of course, the big thing, the nuclear arms race, nuclear war, has become a national obsession. I was having a drink last night in my old neighborhood, and I got into a very morbid conversation with a construction worker, a big guy. And I said to this guy at one point, look, you hear the sirens go off, the missiles are on their way, you've got 20 minutes to live, what are you going to do? He said, I am going to make it with anything that moves. He asked me what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to try and keep perfectly still. Of course, the number one killer in this country, ladies and gentlemen, is heart disease. The major cause of heart disease we now know is stress. The sad thing about stress is something that we inflict on ourselves. I bought a quart of milk today. I looked at the container. It said, must sell by July 27th. I don't need that kind of pressure, ladies and gentlemen. These are tense times. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this commercial with Jonathan Katz. Very funny. Yeah. Nice to see you. Very funny.
Thank you
nice to have you here. You, what else did you do before comedy?
I was a musician for a while. I was in the advertising business. I was a copywriter right here in New York. Not a very good one. I wrote the first M&M's campaign, melts in your intestines, not in your esophagus.
Oh, yeah. And you're living in Boston now? You just moved up?
Just moved up there about a month ago.
How's that working out?
I tell you, I'm actually a little nervous up there. This is my home turf, New York City. I've lived here all my life. I don't know what crazy people look like in Boston.
All right. Well, you'll figure it out, I'm sure.
I'll catch on.
All right. Well, nice to see you. Good luck to you. Come back and see us again, Jonathan. Thanks again. Let me thank everybody. By the way, tonight you were guest number 27. Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, Terry Forster will be here. Don't forget that. And also John Biner. Thanks to everybody who was with us tonight. Have a good weekend. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Okay. My next guest is a talented stand-up comedian who is making his network television debut on this program. Boy, there's something for his diary, huh? He is working this week at the Comedy Corner in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Please welcome a very funny gentleman, Mr. John Mendoza. Old Jim.
Thank you. That's a long walk. So, how are you? Good. You ever wonder what your furniture's doing when you're not home? My sister didn't have such a good day today. My sister's asthmatic. In the middle of an asthma attack, she got an obscene phone call. Guy said, did I call you or did you call me? So I just flew back from Los Angeles, got that middle seat on the plane, sat between two of the fattest people I ever met in my life. I didn't see my arms for 6 hours. Little boy sitting across from me wasn't eating. His mother said, come on, eat all your food up. He said, I'm not hungry. She said, don't you know there's kids on People's Express starving? You know what the abbreviation for July is? J-U-L. You've got to be in a hurry. I saw an ad in the LA Times. If you have a hard time making a decision, call us at 269-8483 or 569-8542. So I watched chess on ESPN today. That was fun. This guy finally made a move, then they played it back in slow motion. I skydive, and went skydiving in Atlanta. One of the guys I went skydiving was blind. It was great. You ever hear a German Shepherd scream at 10,000 feet? So, I guess you figured it out by now. I live alone. I like living alone. Women live alone differently than men do. Women buy things you don't need, like a cover for the toaster. Sheets. I bought a cordless telephone. I can't find it. I bought a VCR, then realized I never watched TV, which means I paid $800 to have a clock in my living room. I like living alone. People get married, they stay married for like 40, 50 years. It amazes me. I wonder what the hell they talk about. What do you want to do today? Kill you. They have kids, they hate kids, they're like old people with energy. So this is what I do for a living, think of stupid things. It's my job. Come up here, work for 5 minutes, then have 23 hours and 55 minutes to kill. You know what I did yesterday? I took a hairdryer and made toast. Killed 4 hours right there. There's a lot of tough jobs. You know why the people at Photomat are so angry? There's no bathroom. There's a lot of tough jobs. One job I know I wouldn't do well is be a waiter. Look at me. You think if you asked me for a cup of coffee, I'd be right back? Thank you very much. Take care.
Very nice job, John.
Thank
Very
you.
funny. Are you from Los Angeles now?
No, I live in New York.
You're living in New York
Yes.
now. What kind of things do you do for fun?
Oh, I've been going to Yankee games, Met games.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Steinbrenner got carried away this week. He traded Robert Merrill.
No. Is that right?
For Tony Tennille and an organist to be named later.
Well, yeah, you hate to see him strip the minor league system, but it's...
Hey.
You seem very low-key sort of fellows. Anything, you get excited about anything?
I saw Springsteen last week.
Oh, yeah, that would be exciting.
He was in the men's room at the Port Authority.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Japan to see him. I thought that would have been great.
Yeah, that'd be a good show.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear 55,000 Japanese people go, blues.
All right. We're going to be in Milwaukee at the Comedy
Corner.
The Comedy Corner in Milwaukee.
Tomorrow through Sunday.
All right. Well, have a nice time and come back and see us. Nice
Thank you
meeting
very much.
John. Thank you very much. Do what? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be right back. I thought we were done. We're not done? Okay, we'll be right back. Okay. That's it. We're done, right? Almost out of time. John, thanks again. Good luck to you in Milwaukee there. My thanks also to Charles Kuralt and everybody who helped out with the stupid pet tricks tonight.
Hi, I'm Barbara Sheehan. Join Dave tomorrow night for an all-new late night with comedian Richard Lewis and Rolling Stone magazine's Jan Wenner.
Good night. Our next guest is a fine stand-up comedian who is making his network television debut. He can be seen regularly here in New York City at Catch a Rising Star, a very funny fellow. Please say hello to J.J. Wall.
Thank you. Nice-looking bunch of people we got here this evening. A few major exceptions, but overall, a nice-looking bunch. This is fun. I'm glad to be back in New York. I've been living in Los Angeles for a while. They make you actually drive cars out there to get to places. And this was a terrifying experience for me. I was on my way to a job a couple of weeks ago, and I actually got in a minor car accident. You know, nobody got hurt or anything like that. It was a minor accident. I was driving a rented car. And the first thing I learned if you're going to get in a car accident, make it in a rented car. All of a sudden, it's just not that upsetting an experience. It's Mr. Hertz's problem now. This other poor guy, though, he got out of his car, brand new Camaro. Oh, he was real upset. He got out, he was like, oh, no, it's my baby. I got out of my car, I felt like I just got off a ride. I was like, hey, guess we got a little car accident there, pal. Geez, I'd say you got $600-800 worth of damage there. Who, me? Nah, $6 a day, 0 deductible. And they're gonna bring me a brand new one in about 20 minutes. Third one today. I think I'm gonna go for the green one next time. What do you think? Yeah, I grew up driving. I grew up just outside New York City, actually. So I grew up in the suburbs, and I used to drive a lot. I was raised just outside New York, in a town called Valley Stream, Long Island. Yeah, tough shopping center town. I was raised real strict Catholic. That was my upbringing, real strict Catholic. Not one of your mellow upbringings, Catholic Church. Not one of your mellow religions. Not one of those, oh, you may be right, we may be right. Who's to really say? Not the Catholic Church. Catholic Church is kind of like the Marine Corps of religion. We're right, you're wrong, case closed, go to hell. You grow up pretty convinced you're going to hell, too. You spend the first 8 years of your education with nuns, women with little condominiums growing out of their heads. Tough women. I remember my 8th grade teacher, Sister George C. Scott. Tough woman. I was always sure I was going to hell. I remember real early on, I got sent home from school. It was like,
you go home this instant, young man, and don't you come back here until you have your father call me. You'll be going to hell for this.
Great, I'm 10 years old. This is the 4th time I'm going to hell this week. I guess if I'm going to hell anyway, everything's pretty well blown, huh, sis? You know, you people do look like penguins. Anyone ever tell you that? What are you gonna do? Give me consecutive terms in hell? I was convinced, and I figured I had to get a way out of it. So what I worked on was I worked on becoming the best possible liar imaginable. So if worse came to worse, and I found out at the last minute I was going to hell, I could look God right in the eye. I could say, what, Wall? No, that's not even my name. You've obviously got me confused with somebody else. No, I've never even been naked, and I don't even own a cattle prod. Are those the pearly gates? I'm just looking for somebody. You mind if I go in? I won't stay. It was funny hearing somebody from the South here, too, hearing Mr. Bunting a couple of minutes ago, because I was in the South not long ago, and I find the South is always kind of an educational experience. I really do. You learn things. You learn, for example, the name Jim is a 2-syllable name in the South. It's G-yum. Dal's a 1-syllable name. That's Dal. Found that out when I met 2 guys, G-yum and Dal. I like the way they talk down there. I love those colorful Southern expressions. You know, a Southern guy gets happy about something. He doesn't just say, hey, I'm happy. He says stuff like, yeah, I'm happier than a dead hog lying in the sun. Strap my face to a mud bucket and roll me on a sow. I'm talking happy. Happy like a big dog. I went into a bar down there. I said to the guy, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? He said, hey, figure me for a corn farmer. I'm all ears. I said, well, actually, you know, you brought me the wrong drink. He said, well, tie me to an anthill and smear my ears with jam. So I did. You've been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Nice job, JJ. Thank you very much for being here. And you're at Catch a Rising Star for the folks in the city.
Yes, and tomorrow I go down to the Sunrise Theater in Fort Lauderdale, Florida with Jackie Vernon.
Oh, terrific. You're very funny. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
My thanks to everybody who was on the show. We'll see you, I guess, Saturday night at 11:30 for Dave Letterman's Tri-State Area with John Cougar Mellencamp. Have a good weekend. Good night, folks. Okay, well, we're in for something now, folks. My next guest is making his network television debut tonight, and we believe it's long overdue. He is one of the strangest and most original comedians working today. Brace yourselves. I'm not kidding. Please welcome Sam Kinison.
There's still time to call the church and call all this off. I know a lot of you come here, you watch TV, you wait every night for somebody to come on here and give you an answer for your lives, waiting for someone that'll come and say, hey, this is it. I don't have to settle for defeat anymore. I can rise up out of my routine. I can get a hold of myself. I don't have to lose. I can win. There's something inside me that's not going to let me go down anymore. But I'm not the guy. Nah, I don't have any answers for you. But I can tell you about one thing. Oh, yeah, you think you're safe, huh? You people over here, you think you're safe? Do you think you're safe? What's your name? Lou? Lou, you ever been married? You do me a favor? If you ever think You want to get married if you ever think you've met the right woman. You want to settle down. You want to get a house. You want to get a car, maybe raise a family. Do me a favor, will you, Lou? Remember this face. Ah! Ah! Remember it, Lou. Remember that face. Ah! Ah! Because it's the face of hell, Lou. It'll be your face every day. Have you ever married? Are you married? What's your name? Bill? Tell him. Show him the face. Show it to him! Say it! Say it! Look at it! So why don't you know, it's just not me, all right? I'm trying to help here. I'm trying to do a good thing. I was married for 2 years. My life was so boring, I actually worried about my yard. The rest of my friends had goals, careers, visions. They were doing things with their lives. I was out there looking for crabgrass, weeds and stuff, going, I have a responsibility to the neighborhood. There is a weed here. And then if that doesn't happen, you have kids. Have you seen those guys? Those guys in the malls with the strollers, have you seen them? With that look on their face like they envy the dead. Somebody shoot me! This isn't a mall, I'm in hell! Ah! Ah! I buy it every time, though, I swear I do. I buy it every time. I love women. I can't help it. I buy it every time. Love comes to me and goes, come on. Come on. Yes, this is love. Yeah, come on. Trust it. I know you've been in love before. This is love. I wouldn't lie to you 8 times in a row. Come on. Come on, open the door. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, it lied to me again. I keep going for that same kind of love, too, man. That Van Gogh kind of love, you know, where you walk in and you go, hey, you hurt me so much I don't even know what pain is. Is that pain? Because I don't know anymore. Ah, ah. I know half America right now is going, what are we watching? What kind of comedy is this? Is this the man that was prophesied that would come out of the sea and control the cities? Ah, ah! No. No, I'm not him. I'm just a comic with some weird fashion choices, but a lot of you don't trust that. That's up to you. Read your Bibles, your New Testaments, your Torahs, your Korahs, whatever you think will protect you. You're not safe. But I'm trying to help. I do the best I can, folks. I swear I do. I do the best I can. Like this world hunger thing, I'm really involved with it. I'm just like you. I see the same commercials, those little kids out there, you know, hungry. I watch this on TV and I'm home. I'm going, God, you know, how sad. How cruel. Because I know the film crew could give this kid a sandwich. Come on, you know there's a director 5 feet away going, don't feed him yet! It doesn't work unless he gets hungry. Get that sandwich out of here! Okay, Haji, back in the mud hole, all right? We're losing daylight. We are losing daylight. It's true. But I'm not trying to make fun of world hunger. If you want to do something about world hunger, I think I have an answer. I think a lot of people are adopting this attitude. You want to do something about world hunger? Stop sending them food. I mean, it's network television. I'll be the first. Look right here. Zoom in. Stop sending them food, all right? Don't send them any more food. You want to help these people? Send them U-Hauls. Send them boxes, you know, some luggage. Send them a guy out there who goes, hey, hey, you know, we just drove 750 miles across the desert with your food, and it occurred to us that there wouldn't be world hunger if you people would live where the food is! You live in a desert! Do you understand that? You live in a desert! Nothing grows there! Nothing's gonna grow there!
Shoot me! My next guest for 16 years.